We're going to take a break here. When we come back in the mix, we're telling you all about a new show that's coming up. We're talking a little bit about a book. It's going to be exciting, so don't leave us.
Hello, good afternoon. I'm Lisa Broom with the CBC News Break. Teachers of the Parkinson Memorial and Alma Paris schools are making good on the promise not to return to the classroom until their concerns are addressed. Teachers are meeting for a second day at the Mary Hill headquarters of the Barbados Union of Teachers. Yesterday, the educators met with their representatives for just under 3 hours, outlining concerns, including some about their safety. BUT President Pedro Shepherd said the Parkinson Memorial teachers complained about students taking knives to school and highlighted a situation where objects were being lit in classrooms. He said the teachers at Alma Paris complained about a general decline in discipline despite having a new deputy principal. He said they also have outstanding issues which date back to 4 years ago. Mr. Shepherd says teachers will not return to the classroom until the issues are resolved, noting that they have rights under the Safety and Health at Work Act to work in a safe environment. Cruise tourism in the region will likely suffer a blow this year as some cruise lines redirect some of their cruises away from the region. The revelation has come from Hugh Riley, Secretary General of the Caribbean Tourism Organization.
While the Caribbean will remain the #1 cruise destination worldwide, the 2015-2016 Cruise Industry News Annual Report is suggesting that some ships will be repositioned away from the region, and consequently, we anticipate a slight decline in capacity regionally, with growth in cruise passenger arrivals remaining flat.
On the flip side, Mr. Riley says some regional destinations have been able to attract additional airlift and new routes.
Increased economic activity in our region's major source markets and the fact that several of our member countries have negotiated additional routes with the airlines to increase seat capacity during the year should lead to higher demand for Caribbean vacations. At the same time, hotel brands are making substantial investments, bringing new rooms to the market, indicating rising confidence in the industry and certainly rising confidence in the Caribbean as well.
Barbados has the potential to benefit much more than it is currently doing from cruise ships home porting here. Member of Parliament for St. Michael West Central, James Paul, says there are obvious opportunities that should be exploited. He was speaking during parliamentary debate on the Cruise Ship Opening of Facilities Amendment Bill 2015. Mr. Paul says that, for example, as a result of a healthy cruise ship season, there's been an insatiable demand for some local products.
To the point where it is causing difficulties in respect of some commodities. And I think that the fact that this is happening represents the clear fact that we have somehow not taken the presence of these ships here, and we have not really understood the impact that being treated as basically a home base for these ships can have on the sale of local products in this country.
Farmers are advised to store water in any way they can as the dry season approaches. Inter-American Institute for Cooperation on Agriculture representative to Barbados, Ina Harvey, says there is a lot of water wastage during the wet season. She believes farmers should collect as much water as they can around that time and reuse it during the dry season.
The harvesting and the storage of water on the farm is very, very important. A lot of water is wasted during the rainy season. Water runs right off into the sea. A lot of people don't collect water from their roofs. In some countries in the Caribbean, it is mandatory to have roof collection systems so you have water available. And we need to think about putting in those types of, that type of infrastructure on the farm and in the homes so that we have water available during the dry season.
Meanwhile, Ms. Harvey says ICA has funds to deal with emergencies and any economic challenges that may arise in farming.
We have something called Rapid Response Action, where if, for example, there is a specific and urgent need by the agricultural sector, it could be a new pest, it could be a new opportunity to take advantage of, a new innovation, then there is a fund that we have that could support a rapid response to a request by the Ministry of Agriculture or one of our agricultural stakeholders.
By 2016, a new human development report will be available. Word of this from the director of the United Nations Development Program Regional Bureau for Latin America and the Caribbean, Jessica Fayeta. Her comments came during a media session at UN House yesterday. Ms. Fayeta told media the new report will replace the last one, which was done over a decade ago in 2002, and will coincide with the post-2015 agenda. Ms. Fayeta, who is also on her first visit as the director of UNDP's Regional Bureau, shared some of the topics which would have been discussed with Prime Minister Fernando Stewart and Foreign Affairs Minister Senator Maxine McLean.
I am going to be meeting the Prime Minister and the Foreign Minister as well to inform her about a new undertaking that we are doing in the region. We are about to start the process of preparing a new regional human development report focused on the Caribbean, on the issues of multidimensional progress, multidimensional poverty, vulnerabilities, measurement of income.
Ms. Fayeta also shared some plans for renewable energy locally.
We have specifically helped the government in the program that contributed to the lighting of public buildings for the energy efficiency of those lightings. We have an important new program in that sense with the funding of Japan that we will be supporting, and Barbados is a participant of that. Finally, also one of the areas is a project on promoting solar photovoltaic systems.
Shareholders of Massey Holdings Limited have approved the voluntary delisting of the company's shares from the Barbados Stock Exchange. This follows a recommendation by the Board of Directors in a meeting last year. The Massey directors found that the low level of trading in the company's shares on the BSC does not justify the cost of maintaining the cross-listing. They also found that in the absence of harmonization of laws and regulations between TNT and Barbados, there is an additional cost of regulatory compliance. At the company's annual general meeting on February 6th, shareholders, by special resolution, approved and consented to the voluntary delisting subject to regulatory processes and any conditions prescribed by law. Massey Holdings says it will continue to maintain its listing on the TNT Stock Exchange, and shareholders in TNT and Barbados will be able to continue to trade in the company's shares. Well, we'll have regional and international news right after this break. Stay with us.